Psalm 104, in the middle of it, we hear this phrase, verses 24 and 25. It says, "How many are your works, Lord? In wisdom you made them all. The earth is full of your creatures. There is the sea, vast and spacious, teeming with creatures beyond number, living things both large and small." This week, most of us will enjoy a large variety of good food. There'll be too many choices, right? Too many choices of pies and salads and side dishes. You have to decide which one, or at least which one you'll get seconds of. And Thanksgiving reflects why we like a smorgasbord. We like to think of that as being an American thing, but all across the world, people enjoy a smorgasbord. Going to a good buffet, not just one salad, 20 salads. You can pick just the right one. Not just one side dish, 20 side dishes. Not just one meat, every meat imaginable, and that chef with a white hat at the end slicing ham, and turkey, and roast beef. Not just one dessert, 20 desserts, 30 desserts. We like a smorgasbord, don't we? The reality is, we live in a world that is like a smorgasbord. But sometimes we forget that we live in a smorgasbord. If you go out and walk through the woods, we see all sorts of trees and we're amazed by them. But in this world, there's not just one type of tree. There are, scientists estimate, over 60,000 species of trees. So no matter how many you can name, there's more to be named that you've never even seen. We go out, and many of you plant some beautiful gardens. Everybody from our church knows that we didn't have anything until my mother started spending summers with us. I'm not a gardener, she is. Now all of a sudden, there's lots of flowers there, but even then I have to ask her, that's the yellow one, that's the pink one, I don't know. But she can name a lot of them, but I know, even as talented as she is, and some of you are, with flowers, that you can't name all of them because there's over 400,000 species of flowers. 400,000. Or birds. Yeah, some of you enjoy going out and birding. I like trying to capture pictures of them with my camera. And I've got a number of them that I've caught over the years. And even in our church, in our restrooms, we have some pictures of birds that I've taken in different places. Some of the more exotic ones, I enjoy it. But there's not just one type of bird. There's over 10,000 species of birds. Or fish. Some of you enjoy fishing, getting out and trying to catch something. Not just one type of fish, but 20,000 species of fish. So for those of you who, you have those different ones you've tried to catch in your lifetime, you're never going to catch up. You're never going to catch all 20,000 species, are you? Or insects. Over 91,000 species of insects. And in that includes over 750 different species of butterflies in the U.S. and Canada alone. 750 different butterflies alone. Or you can consider the different types of biomes. Scientists talk about biomes, different types of biological areas. We live in a temperate deciduous forest, but you also have tundra, taiga, scrub forest, grassland, desert, tropical rainforest, temperate rainforest. Or think about the season we're about to enter into.
Or have entered into.
Yeah. We haven't seen much of it, but I was looking it up, there's at least 27 different types of snow on the ground. Names for light snow, scattering snow, icy snow, all these different names just for the different types of snow. We do not live in a sterile, blank room, but in a gallery full of artwork of all kinds. We live in a world where God is a God of great creativity and enjoys to express that in all sorts of ways. I delight in this creativity. I consider myself a bit of an artist. I've worked in art over the years. I draw odds and ends, and I enjoy photography. I like artwork. And Cheryl and I got away last weekend, thanks to a gift from our church. We went to the art gallery and enjoyed seeing different expressions of creativity. It's built into us because we're made in the image of God, and God is a creative God. It's no wonder that great artwork has been a part of Christian expression throughout the ages, because God intends for us to delight in the smorgasbord that He's placed before us. He is not stingy. He's elaborate. And as someone mentioned before, we're meant to enjoy this world. He looked at it, He created it, and He said it is good. Now, of course, we live in an understanding that that can be twisted and abused and overindulged in. But in general, God desires for people to delight in things. We're meant to enjoy it. We're meant to see that variety and always be amazed at it. The more you look, the more you see, because of His great creativity. And that's why it's a good practice for us to regularly practice gratitude. This summer at Christian camp, the speaker, she wasn't my favorite, I'll admit. It was kind of, she was from Seattle, and it was a little too West Coasty for my taste, okay? Still a Christian speaker, but this is different. But one of the things she talked about that did kind of stick with me, because I've been a journaler for years, as she talked about expressing daily gratitude. And in my journal, I've added into my journal practice to daily, write down daily gratitude and think of something. And it's just ordinary stuff. Sometimes it's just, that morning, it's good coffee, you know? And now that somebody's mentioned, one of these mornings, I'm going to have to daily gratitude, good water. It's always something to give thanks for. Now, what I have practiced a little more regularly in my journaling is every so often I'll sit down and just start writing things and get going. And usually kind of a goal to get to 100. And the interesting thing is, as you start expressing your thanks, you think, oh man, writing 100 things, I'll never get there. Trust me, you sit down and do that, you're going to find out that pretty quickly you don't have 100, you have 200. A couple of years ago, one of our speakers, she encouraged to draw pictures of what you were thankful for. And I grabbed a piece of paper and I started filling it and filling it with all sorts of pictures of different things in my life that I'm thankful for, because there is such a variety, such an expression of the ways in which God has brought His abundance into our lives. So with that idea of a smorgasbord, of an elaborate world placed before you, for you, that He's intended for you to enjoy and delight in and give thanks. Now, here, Psalm 104. Praise the Lord, O my soul. O Lord my God, you're very great. You're clothed with splendor and majesty. He wraps Himself in light as with a garment. He stretches out the heavens like a tent and lays the beams of His upper chambers on their waters. He makes the clouds His chariot and rides on the wings of the wind. He makes winds His messengers, flames of fire His servants. He set the earth and its foundations. It can never be moved. You covered it with the deep as with a garment. The waters stood above the mountains, but at your rebuke the waters fled. At the sound of your thunder they took to flight. They flowed over the mountains. They went down into the valleys to the place you assigned for them. You set a boundary they cannot cross. Never again will they cover the earth. He makes springs pour water into the ravines. It flows between the mountains. They give water to all the beasts of the field. The wild donkeys quench their thirst. The birds of the air nest by the waters. They sing among the branches. He waters the mountains from His upper chambers. The earth is satisfied by the fruit of His work. He makes grass grow for the cattle and plants for man to cultivate, bringing forth food from the earth, wine that gladdens the heart of man, oil to make his face shine, and bread that sustains his heart. The trees of the earth of the Lord are well watered. The cedars of Lebanon that he planted, there the birds make their nests. The stork has its home in the pine trees. The high mountains belong to the wild goats. The crags are a refuge for the conies. The moon marks off the seasons, and the sun knows when to go down. You bring darkness, it becomes night, and all the beasts of the forest prowl. The lions roar for their prey and seek their food from God. The sun rises and they steal away. They return and lie down in their dens. Then man goes out to his work, to his labor until evening. How many are your works, O Lord? In wisdom you made them all. The earth is full of your creatures. There is the sea, vast and spacious, teeming with creatures beyond number, living things, both large and small. There the ships go to and fro, and the Leviathan, which you formed to frolic there. These all look to you, to give them their food at proper time. When you gave it to them, they gathered it up. When you open your hand, they are satisfied with good things. When you hide your face, they're terrified. When you take away their breath, they die and return to the dust. When you send your spirit, they are created, and you renew the face of the earth. May the glory of the Lord endure forever. May the Lord rejoice in his works. He who looks at the earth, and it trembles, who touches the mountains, and they smoke. I will sing to the Lord all my life. I will sing praise to my God as long as I live. May my meditation be pleasing to him as I rejoice in the Lord. But may sinners vanish from the earth, and the wicked be no more. Praise the Lord, O my soul. Praise the Lord. I hope this week you delight in whatever smorgasbord your family puts before you. Maybe even oyster sauce or oyster dressing. Okay. Maybe even oyster dressing. For me, it's cornbread dressing. That's my
Just like in the Midwest.
yeah, grandma's from Arkansas. Yeah. Never quite been able to get it the same way since grandma's gone. Cornbread dressing. But I'm always willing to try something new. Because the Lord intends for us to delight in his world. May we have our eyes open to see the abundances he has put before us. Let's stand together and take our hymnals. Turn to 111, How Great Thou Art.